Ariel Helwani post-fight at UFC 160 alongside Robert Whittaker, who just stopped Colton Smith in the third round. And Robert, it seemed like Colton disagreed with the stoppage. What do you think of it?
I think all fighters disagree with the stoppage, but the refs are in there to do their job, and he called it when he thought fit, and I'm thankful for that.
You know, it was interesting. In the first round, he dropped you. You came back and looked very dominant in the second and third rounds. How did you turn things around? Did your corner tell you anything about him that led to you dominating him and eventually finishing him?
We knew the game plan. I knew I had my left hand low, and that was part of the strategy. I knew I was in a danger of that overhand right the whole time. He shocked me more than rattled me with that, with the one that landed in the first. And my corner just said, "You're doing right. Keep an eye on that overhand and continue what you're doing."
Interesting you mentioned that strategy, because it seemed like obviously your hand was very low and that's how he found the opening and dropped you. Why was that the strategy? Why keep that side of your body exposed?
I think everyone knows who's seen Colton Smith fight. He's a wrestler through and through. And I knew either whether he wanted to start striking or not, he was going to turn to wrestling when things got hard. And keeping that left hand low was just, automatic underhook for that single leg and that double leg. So, and as well as it's a good distraction, he couldn't really keep his eye on this and this up here. So it was one or the other. And it worked well.
So to be clear, that wasn't you being cocky. That was part of the plan.
That was definitely part of the plan. I think it's suicide to keep your hands down.
Now, going into the second round, did you start to maybe rethink that? Because he did drop you.
Going into the second round, I was definitely more aware of that overhand right. Therefore, I was taking better steps backwards, trying to shuffle out of range a bit more. But by the second round, I had him clocked. I knew his style. I could pick apart his flurries, and I get comfortable as the fight goes on. People think I'm going to get tired, but I don't get tired.
You kind of feel like you're the undisputed winner of the fall season, The Ultimate Fighter, because he won his season, you won your season, and they match you guys up kind of fun, and now you won. You won the sort of World Cup version of it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if myself think of it that way, but it was definitely a challenge because a lot of people underestimate Australian wrestling, and a lot of people thought Colton was just going to take me down and harass me. I was definitely the underdogs, and I just thought I'd prove that you can shut down wrestling, give it a little bit of work.
Speaking of Australian MMA, this to me feels like one of the biggest, if not the biggest card for Australian MMA, at least in the UFC, with both you and Mark Hunt fighting on the card, and of course James Tahuna. And I met a lot of Australians here who came out to support you guys. What did it mean to you to be on a card with fighters like that?
I was absolutely honoured and flabbergasted to be put on such a huge card, not only Australian-wise, but this is a huge card, internationally. And it was an honour and a privilege. It almost felt like home, fighting on the same card as my home boys and whatnot. And it was just an honour to be here.
Have we seen the best of Robert Whittaker just yet in the UFC?
This is the beginning.
All right. I look forward to it. Congratulations on a great win.
Thank you so much.
And you want to thank your sponsors? Go ahead.
Yeah, if I could just give a shout out to Fear the Fighter, Booster Fight Gear, and BSC Supplements Australia, and all the fans at TriStar, PMA, the fans, and my countrymen in Australia, all the support and backing me for the training for this fight. Thank you.
Thanks again, Robert. Congrats.
Thank you so much.